So, Dave here. Just wanted to show you the Carey Gordo I got not long ago. Listened to Peter Carey on the Knife Junkie podcast and was like, oh, I got to break it out and show it off. This is a little better close-up view. So it's a USA made. I'm assuming this is full production. He calls some of his nice 50/50s where he fits it, but I'm assuming this is a full production 20 CV. Obviously tie clip, tie frame, obviously. Got that frag pattern or whatever you want to call it. Looks like a lot of monkey edge style stuff. Detent's breaking in. Actually, when I first got it, it wasn't quite as crisp as it is now. It seems to flip pretty damn good now. It's got a nice little feel to it. Not like a ZT or anything. It's got a different kind of feel to it, but you see that detent kind of sucks it in. Feels good. It sounds cool too, and it's got a little, that cool little, I don't know, it's a gritty kind of sound, almost a titanium rubbing, but it sounds cool for what it's worth. It's a cool little knife, but it is a little guy, so for size comparison, let me put it down here real quick. All right, that's the Gordo next to the ZT 0456. Is that what it is? Yeah, 0456. So you see how much smaller it is than the 456. The 456 is kind of a small guy to start with, but for me anyhow, but it's good and chunky and got that nice beefy feel on it. For size reference for those who know what it is, but Graham and Sawtooth, which is pretty much my go-to every day, which is ridiculous for most people I know, but I got large hands, so big hands like large knives. So you can see how small it is in comparison, but it is kind of like a little tank. Fairly light, you know, it's a small knife anyhow, but it's fairly light for what it is. Closed. This video sucks. I have to edit the shit out of it, but here we go. A couple fit and finish close-ups. You can see kind of here at the back spacer, there's a little bit of a snag right there. You're not quite, you know, full production. I don't know if you can see that little bit of step right there. I mean, it's all nitpicky stuff, but it is what it is. You know, the clip doesn't make any noise, so that part's good. All this flipper tab feels awesome, nice and crowned. The blade's kind of crowned too. I mean, the knife feels really smooth in the hand. All the titanium feels good. Chamfered in here, so it doesn't have that nice hard edge when you go to flip it. And I just hit the table like a jackass. It doesn't have that sharpness back in here. It's nice and edge broke. Cool back spacer. Cool clip. Overall, really nice knife. It kind of does look like they're pivot spacers, or what do they call those? What the fuck are they called? Pivot what? What the fuck are those things called? Oh, kind of looks like it has pivot collars, but that's not actually a pivot collar. It's just a little circle milled out. I'm not actually sure if this thing runs on bearings or not. I know you can't really see in there, but it's not. Wetzel, I'm trying to do a video, dude. I'm not sure if this thing runs on bearings or not. You can't really see anything in there. They're dark when you shine a light in there. It's definitely not phosphor bronze. So I'm not sure what it is. Maybe nylon, who knows? Close up with a blade. Stonewash flats, or somebody stonewash bevel, machine flats. I kind of like this. It's kind of like the reverse ZT kind of thing. So Here's a close up of the blade. You get the stonewash grinds with the machine flats. Looks kind of like the grind finish. It's just kind of the opposite the way ZTs do theirs, which I think is kind of cool. ZT does the stonewash flats with the grind marks in the blade running this way, you know. This one's kind of unique. I kind of like that better. I'm sure it'll probably show the snail trails, whatever people call that, but I personally like looking at my knife when it's used. I don't need to have that thing looking perfect all the time. It's meant to be used. It's the reason I got it. All right, cool look at the Carey Gordo. Little guy, but I would recommend it.